Benjamin, co-founder of Code Pink. Talk about another courageous revolutionary that has never allowed for injustice to get in the way and to put herself on the line like she just did at the Trump convention, interrupting that farce, that fascist reactionary farce. Without further ado, please give Medea a very, very warm welcome.
So good to be here, and so good to see that the silver lining in this whole farce has been to unveil how corrupt the whole political system is. What a lot of us have known for a long time, a lot of people are just seeing now. How many of you, do we have any Bernie delegates here? Thank you very much. But I feel sorry for the Bernie delegates because they are so upset. What they have been seeing throughout this campaign, finally the WikiLeaks has confirmed. All the dirty tricks to try to show Bernie Sanders' campaign is totally disorganized mess. Tricks to say that, let's say Bernie Sanders isn't even a Jew. Let's say that he's an atheist, because then people really won't like him. You know what Bernie Sanders has done? He's shown not only how corrupt this system is, but he's given the word socialism a positive connotation. System is corrupt as hell, and that it's capitalism that's at the root of the problem. So I've been working in the anti-war movement as part of Code Pink, and as we go around the world, we see the U.S. bombing one country after another, whether it's George Bush or President Obama, and it's all to say, we have the democracy and we have to impose our democracy on these other poor people that don't know what democracy is all about. We are this exceptional country and all we can do is good. And now people can see in this country what they've seen around the world, that we are exceptional. We are exceptionally corrupt. We are exceptionally militaristic. We are exceptionally trying to impose our unsustainable system on the rest of the world, and the rest of the world is saying no. About you, but people have said to me as a woman, come on, we need the first woman president. And I say, yes we do, and that is Jill Stein. And they say, no, but Hillary is a feminist. And I say, let's unpack that word a little bit. Would a feminist have to hesitate a minute to say that working people deserve a living wage, especially women who are at the bottom of the rung? No! Would a feminist ever say that we should invade a country, Iraq, that never did us any harm? No! Would a feminist say, oh, let's see, TPP, oh, I think it's good like those other trade agreements, oh, the people are against it, maybe I'll just say it's bad for now, but then go back to what I've always done, which is support these free trade agreements? No, that's not feminism. So what we have been going around as Code Pink is saying that we want real feminism, not faux feminism. Oh, let me ask you one other question. Would a feminist take $25 million from the one country that so represses its women that it doesn't even allow them to drive? What country is that? Would a feminist say, in my first month of office, I'm going to invite the president of a small country that has been so victimized by the Arab countries all around it, and I will bring Netanyahu into the White House? Is that a feminist? Would a feminist care about the rights of the Palestinian people? So when anybody asks you, are you scared of Donald Trump? I don't know what you want to say. I am actually scared of Donald Trump. But you know what? I'm scared of Hillary Clinton too. I'm scared of this two-party system that will do anything to keep away the voice of somebody as brilliant as Jill Stein. That scares me. But you know, we can't let our fear overcome us. Our fear has to turn to anger, and our anger has to turn into a determination to change the whole damn system, and a determination to make sure Jill Stein gets into the debates, a determination to vote for what we want for, not what we are afraid of. So finally, I want you to chant with me that we want something that Jill represents, which is feminism, not militarism. Feminism, not militarism. Feminism, not militarism. Feminism, not militarism. Go Jill Stein, go Green Party. Let's make this an election they will never forget.
Feminism going into the belly of the beast and standing in the Republican National Convention and putting up a sign and speaking against what that party and that convention was all about. Is that feminism? Thank you for doing that idea. Our next speaker, co-founder of Glue Two Men, a mover and shaker, not just in the Green Party, but outside in many other movements. The Green Party's presidential candidate in 2004, and someone I've been privileged to work with in several different movements, David Cobb.
All right. Thank you. Black Lives Matter. By white people. Amen. So I am going to ask white people and white people only. We're going to do it 3 times together. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Do you people always join in? Because we got to be watching you. Because we got to do our part, people. I'm going to do something that we are told we're not supposed to do when we're inspiring a crowd, and that is engage in some constructive self-critique. I believe the Green Party has not done sufficient work about acknowledging, addressing, and being willing to have a plan to dismantle white supremacy. This Green makes that commitment, not because I expect any person of color to lift me up for it. I make that commitment because I expect people of color to hold me accountable to my own values. Oh, and by the way, white supremacy
the other side of it is patriarchy. I don't think the Green Party has done a sufficient job of developing a program around acknowledging and dismantling patriarchy. And we have not been willing to confront empire. And lastly, let's be honest, Greens, we have not done a sufficient job about describing capitalism as an economic system that is intent on destroying the planet. Greens, we gotta do better. Greens, we can do better. Greens, we will do better. The last thing I want to put out into the world, I am so proud of Jill Stein's program, her platform. It's brilliant. It is actually what we need, not just what we want, it's actually what we need. But as a constitutional lawyer, as an organizer, as an unabashed revolutionary myself, a nonviolent revolutionary, but a revolutionary, because I think we have to restructure society, I want to put out there that we as Greens need to begin the process of examining the legal system itself. Our current legal system protects property rights, not human rights. Our legal system cannot even comprehend the indigenous knowledge of interconnectedness and the notion that Mother Earth herself has inherent inalienable right to exist. What if the Green Party were willing to have humility individually and organizationally and go to our sisters and brothers in the global South and ask, how is it that you have been able to build social movements that engage in electoral politics and don't see any difference between the two? What if Greens were willing to engage with humility with people who have been on the front line of exploitation and oppression and say, what can we learn from you? I want to help you, Mike Crenshaw, but you gotta help me too. You got my back. I hope that man plays you some tunes because he will block your fucking socks off. I'm going to conclude with this. Move to Amend is a multiracial, intergenerational, multi-ethnic coalition of groups and individuals who are engaging that process, willing to talk about the concept of the law, name white supremacy and patriarchy and capitalism as our organization, and get ready to have your minds blown. We will build a progressive left organization that authentically engages with principled conservatives. What? It can't happen. You know why I know? Because I'm related to them. They're my people. And you know what, Mike Crenshaw? That's my work, not yours. So I take that on. So here's the thing. We're coming to the end of mine. I want you to know, each and every one of you, for real, I'm going to go back out in the crowd. And I want to talk to you. I want to engage you in what movement building looks like, Zapatismo style, Encuentro style. Let's have some encounters together. My colleagues and comrades are in the back in corporate personhood. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for being willing to not just, I hope, hear a speech, but maybe have a little political education off in that motor. Peace.
That was fantastic. About a comment about what the Green Party can do better, and we got some very, very good things cooking coming up for our convention in August pertaining this very issue of capitalism. So stay put, because the Green Party is about to go through a very, very interesting transformation forward from the bottom and to the left. Without further ado, I would like to introduce the very Mike Crenshaw that was being chatted up with. a cultural activist, revolutionary, hip-hop artist, and an all-around warrior for justice and peace and revolution.
Thank you. How y'all doing today? It's hot, right? Yeah! We need it to be hot, though. We need to recognize what time it is and be so present in our bodies that we can't be mistaken. We need to be uncomfortable. We need to be driven and ignited and excited to do the right thing. You know what I'm talking about? Big up to DrJillStein for president. Big up to the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign. Big up to the March for Our Lives 2016. Big up to the Green Party. It's a beautiful thing to see you people out here today because we're on the cusp. We're at the culmination of so many different cycles. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a physical thing, an intellectual thing, a spiritual thing, a social, political, economic thing. Y'all know who Dr. Frances Cress Welsing was? Rest in power. Her and Dr. Neely Fuller in Deconstructing White Supremacy talked about the 9 areas of human activity in society. Education, economics, entertainment, labor, law, politics, sex, religion, and war. And when I first heard the list, I was like, why is entertainment on there? Because I figured I just want to watch the game. I just want to turn all the way up and listen to the music and feel good because I work too hard to think too goddamn much all the time, right? But the thing is, when I was a shorty, I used to have to come home from school to turn on the TV to be inundated. Now we all got devices in our hands. You see what I'm saying? Culture is a powerful thing. I've been all over the world, and I see how powerful black youth culture is to every nationality and ethnicity all over Earth. Do you think that it's an accident that every time I turn on the radio, commercial rap music has about 5 songs in rotation, and it's all about selling dope, killing people, getting material, and having sex? Now, in the same time, I got 1 in 4 young women between the ages of 14 and 25 HIV positive in the hood. I got 1 in 4 black men, prison, probation, or parole. I got the prison industrial complex, and I grew up in a time where they killed the manufacturer. They either shipped it overseas so they could deregulate it and pay people pennies on the dollar, or they automate it. And the question is, why would I pay a human being a fee to do for me what I can get a machine to do for free? Now, in the interim, what do you think they're going to do with all of us who have been thrust out of the economy, who are no longer employable? We have always been either expendable or exploitable. And that's the framework from which my cultural activity comes from. Y'all want to hear some music? Make some noise. You can hit play on that machine back there. I couldn't bring the band with me, and if the machine don't work, that's fine. Bring it up a little bit in the house. A little bit more. Been in gangs and done hardcore drugs. There ain't nothing as dangerous as being in love. The love for freedom transcends addiction. It completely consumes my whole existence in affliction. Even in the people who living in the face of death, it has kept me living, and it places me in certain positions where I'm exposed and feel only friction. And my heroes that live through social prisons, while I'm in the streets and trenches need resistance. Despite all fear, I'ma be persistent, because it's clear that what I need to witness is a culmination of our dreams and visions, motivated by the co-creation of something different. What I need to make, and we're not in war, and we're not in debt, or hungry or poor. I want to be a vision and self-sufficient, so all I have to help is with the wealth to wisdom. They say you can't avoid it, try to enjoy it. The contradictions, they will destroy us like it's profit-driven. Unemployment, you know the job is millions. They won't be voiceless, won't take advantage and try to rape the planet, and it takes for granted all the ways together to take time to time. All the way to the ocean through the rising tide. Civilization is broken out of crisis lies. In the ways we have chosen when the prices rise, and our wages are frozen. Currently, it's all a state of emergency. Urgent more currency. Got space for a sense of descriptive thinking of a deeper running. All over the world, people just like me. You know what it is? Black war. That's all we black on. Police fast walks in the streets with masks, but they will take the mask off or drop the shotgun and hesitate to perpetrate your kids in their hindsight. Racist inequity provides for your basic necessities. Denied your shelter, electricity, and human rights. Despite government entity is what we fight for. I think of a beat until the edge of the apocalypse will be in taking the lead, whatever it counts to quit, nothing to lose. The blood ain't conscious, it's the path that I choose. It's proof that I exist. Critical mass, physical confidence of the people I forgot on every count, and they study the past. So break it down and then deconstruct, analyze the organizer, the travelers. Yo, where we at? All over the world. People in the streets. People just like DrJillStein. People just like me.